Billie Eilish finally dropped her third album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, 3 years removed from her sophomore album, Happier Than Ever. Did Billie just drop her best album yet? Let me tell you about it here on In My Bag Reviews.
A beat by Joby, feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi, cause I'm a star and they can't hold me like I'm Kobe in the fourth. Yeah, nothing is ever forced, we headed straight to the source.
Billie reunites with her brother Phineas for their third album collaboration. I just love how Billie continues to keep it in the family because there's something so intimate about that. And speaking of intimate, that's this album. This album is a very intimate piece of work from Billie Eilish. So in the last couple years since Billie dropped Happier Than Ever, she did drop an EP guitar song. She also dropped the Oscar and Grammy winning song What Was I Made For the Barbie movie, and that song is such a beautiful masterpiece. Billie reunites with her brother Phineas for their third album collaboration. I love how Billie continues to keep in the family. There's something so intimate about that, which is this album is about. It's a very intimate piece of work from Billie. Some may itch for Billie to start working with a new producer, but when it works and it sounds fresh each time, why should she? Billie's last album, Happier Than Ever, came out in 2021, and Happier Than Ever was met with critical acclaim, showcasing Billie's growth as an artist, and I really enjoyed it, way more than Where Did We Go? Most consider Billie's first album to be her best. I personally consider her second album to be her best, and now here comes a new contender. So, my first impressions. When I first listened to the album with my Sony XM5s, which is I listen to most albums these days, I said, wow, this is great, there's a lot to crave here. This album, Billie experiments with sounds that she isn't normally using, but also double downs on some of her traditional music such as in Lunch and The Diner, which brings me back to the vibes of her debut album. The album starts off very strong with Skinny, an emotional, beautiful ballad that talks about falling in love, and it made me very excited to further jump into the album. After finishing my first listen, I had immediate recency bias, and I told myself, this just might be Billie's best album. One of my favorite Billie Eilish songs is Ocean Eyes. I just love her slower, melodic songs, and this entire album was pretty much that. It was like Ocean Eyes on steroids. Minus a few songs that was a bit more upbeat. So let's talk about my favorite songs. First off, CHIHIRO. Production-wise, this is probably one of my favorite songs in the album. You get that midnight drive aesthetic. That's probably the strongest I've seen with Billie. The concept continues the story of that's constant throughout the album about love, and it talks about this relationship that she has that is crumbling, and it feels even real to begin with, and it's really just such a strong performance from Billie early on in the album. One of my other favorite songs is Birds of a Feather, and this is probably my favorite song on the entire album. This is something completely new from Billie. As I mentioned earlier, I never heard any type of music like this from her before. This song instantly threw me back to listen to Clairo's debut album during the summer of 2019. Very reminiscent of that bedroom pop type of vibe, which is straight up my alley. And I did not expect that from Billie at all. Love this song so much. Now, another one of my favorite songs is The Greatest. I love how beautiful the song starts off. It's so smooth, so sweet, so beautiful. The ukulele is a perfect instrument to lead her while the song slowly builds up as it goes on. It went from a chill vibe to more of a almost pop rock type of vibe. It gives me the Happier Than Ever vibes with the song version of the album with the aggressive latter half when Billie comes in and starts screaming, and it just sounds great. You can feel the hurt, the love oozing from Billie. It's a great song. Now, I'm butchering the song completely, the name. L'amour de mes vies. I think it's French. I love this song so much. It's nearly perfect, and it's really the tale of two songs. The first half is a very casual, nonchalant type of song where Billie is just talking about, she doesn't really care about this relationship that she had, and she's like almost relieved that it's over. But my favorite part of the song is actually the second part when the beat switches. It went from this chill vibe to like, I don't really care about you, to let's go outside, we're hitting the clubs, because that's the vibe I got from it. The best I can compare this to is that it went straight up to Charlie XCX mode. My only issue is that I wish the second half of the song was longer, but thankfully she did drop the full version called Over Now, and honestly, I just wish that she put this version on the album itself with both versions combined. I love it when artists switch up beats like that. It's magnificent, it's so different, and I just love when artists try new things. Now, if I had to say I had a least favorite song on the album, I'll probably say it's The Diner. This song reminds me of Bad Guy, and I'm not a big fan of Bad Guy. I actually really don't like that song that much, and I'm also not the biggest fan of Billie's debut album in general. Because, for me, as I said, Ocean Eyes was my favorite song, and that whole EP was beautiful, but her debut album was just it just steered off course a little bit from that. So my closing thoughts. As the album wraps up with Bittersweet and Blue, I couldn't have asked for a better ending. The transition into Blue is the type of transition I live for in music. This song feels like the ending of a movie, a deep, heart-wrenching romance movie. It just feels perfect. And it also is also a newer vibe for Billie than usual, and it works for her so well. I'm still so blue, I'm true blue. That cuts deep. I just love when artists evolve and they don't double down on a sound that's already successful for them. It's one of the reasons why I love Linkin Park and Paramore as two of my favorite music groups because they never stick with a sound too long and it doesn't go stale. They take a risk, and that's what Billie did here. She took a risk, tried some new things out, and in my opinion, it worked really well for her. So, as I said earlier in this video, my initial thought was that this is Billie's best album. And now my current thought after I listened to it like 20 times, probably more since then, I can confidently say this is Billie Eilish's best album. This is an album where, to me, it's meant to be listened to in full as an album. There's a story to it, you know. You had the beginning of a love, the turmoil of that love, the end of that love, and then the rebirth of oneself. And to me, it's just beautiful. My official rating for Billie Eilish's Hit Me Hard and Soft is going to be a solid 8.75 out of 10. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Billie Eilish's new album and what you would rate it. And there you have it, the first review on In My Bag. Billie Eilish, thank you for dropping this album. You inspired me to come back to YouTube and make some more videos, this time music-wise instead of tech. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And thanks for watching. Just comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.
A beat by Joby, feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi, cause I'm a star and they can't hold me like I'm Kobe in the fourth. Yeah, nothing is ever forced, we headed straight to the source.